Hi, welcome to my demo of HTML5. Today in this tutorial 8, I am going to demonstrate to you how object orientation as well as canvas both can be combined and how can we check for memory allocations present in the browser. This demo currently will include tutorial number 8, which will be present in my website sites.google.com/site/keys. All the code is over there and is present under GPL license, so it's for free. Now coming to the demo, I have named it 1000 stars. There is particular reasons for that, and the explanation is given over here on why this demo was initially created. The actual creation purpose was to verify if there is memory leakage in the browser, whether a garbage collection is possible or not, and most importantly, OOPS concept, how to actually do object orientation within a browser, and using multiple objects, how to simulate each object as a separate canvas effect. That was the primary purpose. The other why 1000 instead of 1, 2 is just to check heavy rendering and how it allocates CPU and GPU accordingly, and how the disposition of objects until the exit time does happen or does it not. And then we are going to use Process Explorer to actually check on whether it's going to dispose it the right way. Now coming to the demo quickly, 1000 stars, I expect you to see the previous tutorials to actually get the hang of it. So if you have gone through right, then you are aware of what all these functions are. It's the same thing: get, negate, get random, color to hex, initiate frames per second, update, and over at the bottom we have a main that is being called to draw the canvas and alter. Okay, so draw the canvas will nothing but have the canvas plus the place where the FPS is displayed. Now coming to defining the pipe object, this is a plain JavaScript new object creation. So what I have done is I have created 4 parameters, namely x, y, width and radius for the pipe. 1000 stars is going to be simulated by 1000 pipes that keeps on expanding until it reaches the exit, that is the screen width and height, or the top and left, which is 0, 0. Okay, and we are going to use destroy. This is a simulation of a destructor. Constructor, it's no point of creating a function, since we are going to use creation of the function, that is creation of object, as the constructor itself. It doesn't work that way as you will expect in Java. Okay, in this we will eliminate every single parameter before deleting this object itself, and we'll actually see whether it works, that is if it actually garbage collects or not. We will know after we call this pipe. Since we are calling 1000 pipes, that is 1000 stars, we will really know whether the memory has been reduced, allocated, or is it a standstill. The normal expectations, it would have garbage collected every single pipe once it has expanded, and it has garbage collected it properly, so no memory change should be there once it reaches the stability period. Over here, this defines the number of pipe. These two are local variables that is to be used, that is rand pipe is used to choose the pipe, and pipe looper is just a temporary variable used to create the objects. I have created the x and y position based on the width and height, so that will give you a random width and height location, xy location for it, plus a radius as well as a width of the line that is supposed to be drawn for the circle. Remember, it's an arc, so a 2 pi arc will create a circle. 20 and 10 I just randomly chose to begin with. 10 I just wanted to start small. Okay, so canvas, this is not really used, but it is kept for reference to clear the canvas. Now in redraw, first stroke style and shadow color, this should be the same code as previously. The base code is actually from tutorial 2, that is to display a circle, so we are going to use the same thing. A little bit difference I will explain to you. Now rand pipe, we are getting a random pipe number from the number of pipes, so this will give us a random pipe number. First we check whether the pipe object exists or not. Okay, we take the width and put it in the context. Begin, close, that is to set the arc, x, y and radius. Okay, This is for special effects like previously done. We now stroke and fill it. Now next is to update the pipe location so that it looks like an expansion. Get random and get negate, you should understand this is the tweak to plus and minus, and get random is to get some random number. 0.5 is chosen, so that's a small thing. Radius, we don't do a get negate. The reason is you cannot have a negative radius, otherwise ctx.arc function is going to throw you an index size error. So it's at best we just increase the radius, and till where we need to increase the radius is if the point in path is present in either the width height or 0,0, that is the corner of the browsers, left end and bottom end, and the rest should be self-explanatory. That is, if it exceeds the width, that is x location plus radius, that will be the x next arc to be drawn location. If it exceeds the width or exceeds the height, or if it is going less than 0 of the x and y location, then destroy that object. This destroy is calling nothing but this part, okay, and set it to null. So before that, this is your standard. If canvas exists, then only you would actually get the context. Here alpha and shadow blur is set for special effects to just see the glow happen. Next, interval has been set to 0.002 so that we maximize the usage of the processor, and that's about it. You should be getting quite the special effects. Now what I'm going to try to focus is to check whether the memory allocation is happening or not. So let's use one pipe and its continual expansion, and we will test this out in Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer seems to do the memory allocation properly, and we will soon know. And it has been stopped. Let's choose another instance. Yes, so this should sufficiently give you 40 MB and 54 working set. So once it reaches the border, it's supposed to dispose everything and come back to the same. And by now it should have stopped. And if you notice, the garbage collection is happening, but with this you will notice whether IE is truly doing the garbage collection or it simply increases and decreases. To me, this frames per second is the only code that is running out, so there is logically supposed to be no increase or decrease in this memory allocated for this browser. Thank you for watching this demo. This is Keys2. All the code is present in https://sites.google.com/site/keys2. This will be tutorial number 8. Thank you for watching.